Hey guys, this is Chris sitting here back again for another review video. We're at my cabin here the weekend, and I brought some of my old ammunition up here. It's about, I think about 8-10 years old, and it's the Federal field and target ammunition. I just want to see how I was going to cycle my gun after I got it all polished up and stuff like that, because some of the other rounds I had a few duds and stovepipes in my other gun with it because it was old and it wasn't as good as a new production ammunition out here for that. And I just want to show you what the gun should normally cycle if you have basically a gun that's almost perfect out of the box, and it shouldn't have any cycle issues whatsoever with it for that. And the ammunition I got here is specifically, it's Federal field and target. It's a multi-purpose load. This is 1,200 feet per second ammunition. The stuff, like I said before, it's about 7 or 8 years old. It's 12 gauge, 3 dram, 1 1/8 on shot, number 8 shot on here, and its muzzle velocity is 1,200 feet per second. And let's see if the thing cycles the gun right here for that, because in my other Vepr-12 it was having stovepipes with this ammunition, so I moved on to the second ammunition I'll show you here after this one right here for that. If you get a Vepr-12 and you might have cycle problems with the low dram ammunition, I do recommend polishing all the internal pieces like your bolt carrier, trigger, and the rails inside the gun, and that's how it should help overcome some of the problems with the gun for cycling if you're not able to cycle the real cheap stuff, and if you're able to cycle the real heavy stuff like the buckshot and the slugs out there as well too. So I'll demonstrate a gun right now how it should cycle for you guys. So let's get going. Well, miraculously, it cycled the real cheap stuff right now. The old 8-year-old box of Federal multi-purpose load right there for that. I'll move on to something a little bit heavier than that. The secondary ammunition I have right here for you is the brand new stuff. This is only about 3 or 4 months old. It's a Federal field and target multi-purpose load. This is manufactured back in December or something like that. 3 dram. This has 1 1/8 and 7.5 shot, and it has muzzle velocity 1,200 feet per second. So it is slightly heavier than the previous stuff I just shot right here, as the other one was number 8 shot, and it was basically the same muzzle velocity. However, the difference, I'll show you the difference right here out of the box. Make the second box open right here for you. Here's the new stuff I'm going to shoot right now. Here's the old stuff right here. Old stuff got a little bit of corrosion around the edge right here. I don't know if this is just plain steel or aluminum. I can't remember exactly what it was, but this is about as cheap as you can find. This stuff, like I said before, I was having problems cycling my other gun, and I had a couple stovepipes with it probably because of the age. Plus, they had some kind of maybe condensation or water damage possibly because of this stuff. So here's the new stuff I'm going to be shooting right now, the 3 dram equivalent of this stuff. The only difference between these two is this is 7.5 ounce, or I should say 7.5, where's it at here again? I'm still forgetting. This is 7.5 shot. The other one I just shot right now was number 8. So we'll get this one cycled here for you guys. Let's see how this one shoots. So this is basically the baseline whenever you're going out and shopping for ammunition out there for that, for your Vepr-12, to see how it's going to cycle out of the basically around the box. As long as you get the gun cleaned up and lubed and stuff like that, you should be able to cycle this stuff with hardly any problem right there for that. So I forgot to mention, I do have the factory stock recoil spring. I actually bought one of these things about a few months back, a brand new OEM recoil spring, because the other one was getting kind of it was actually losing its springiness, and it actually shrank probably about a ½ an inch on it for that. So I basically have a brand new high-powered recoil spring in this one right here. So let's get going here, guys. See how this stuff shoots. It should shoot perfectly fine with the 5-round magazine and 5 rounds in it as well too. So let's get going. There you go, guys. It cycled perfectly fine, and that's the proverbial standard right there for your gun to cycle right there 4 by. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot about picking up some ammunition or trying to find basically the cheapest ammunition around, the ammunition I got right here, it was purchased by, I actually got it at Walmart. Basically they had a big value pack and stuff like that. It's about, it looks like a big brick basically. And the other stuff I had up here was the El Cheapo stuff I probably bought, I think about 7 or 8 years ago before that, but I don't recommend picking up the older stock because it might lose its potency over time right there for that. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, feel free to drop me a message here, and I'll try to answer any questions you have about your Vepr-12 and shotgun, and also the ammunition specifications you need for your gun. So I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.